Who?
All right, we're live. What's good? What's good? It's another Friday night, and this is the Gauntlet. You see Murder Claus to my right, and you see JJ Claus to the bottom. And I am Denzel the Sniper. I ain't got no Christmas theme, at least not until 2 days from now when I wash my red plaid onesie and my Santa hat. Y'all seen the photos, man. Y'all know I'm going to put them out there. Anyway, it's your boy Denzel Sneezy, and it's another Gauntlet Friday night. How y'all doing? Y'all ready for Christmas?
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I couldn't, like, the next time I care about Christmas will be the first time in, like, probably 10, 15 years.
Okay. JJ, what you got, man?
Oh, I'm ready for it. I'm ready to be with family.
Okay. All right. Well, just want to let everybody know that we are live on the Sideline Sports Network on YouTube. Also live on my Facebook, Denzel Snipes. Also, please follow my YouTube, Denzel Snipes 13, and also James Tatum 12. Thank you to everybody who is tuning in. About to tune in, Big Babe. What's going on, Big Baby? Doing all right, man? Ready for this weekend? Ready for the Giants to get killed by the Eagles or what?
Hey.
Wow, no faith in Tommy Cutlets.
I don't think he's leaving Philly with nothing. But you know what? We're going to go ahead and get it started. Normally, it would be the step into the gauntlet. But unfortunately, James couldn't make it this evening. So I'm going to have to come up with some on-the-fly questions. But while I do some thinking, we're going to start off with Sports Moron of the Week. This is anyone who's done anything or said anything in sports. Get it off your chest. Let them know how dumb they sound, how dumb they look. Go ahead on and give them that, not even a crown, it's the dunce cap. You know what I'm saying? But, Dom, you got a Sports Moron of the Week, man?
Not of the week or the month or even the year. I'm going to go all the way back to since he bought the team. And that is I can't even say that he's proud. Whatever crappy adjective you want to put in front of owner of my Detroit Pistons, old cokehead Tom Gores. Michael Irvin ain't got nothing on this man's coke habit, I promise you. Long story short, we're on a 25-game losing streak. There's no end to this streak in sight, and since he bought the team, we have the worst record in the NBA. And he bought this team like 8-9 years ago. We haven't been in the playoffs in 5 or 6. We haven't even sniffed them in longer, and we're also on the longest current playoff game losing streak in NBA history. A couple of my friends were at the game the other night, I think last night, against the Jazz, when we lost to the D-League Jazz team, who was missing 8 players, and we lost, and then right after the final whistle, the chance of sell the team began, and I am all for it.
Okay. Yeah, they most definitely need some work up there in Detroit, man. They're like, what, 2-25, man? It's scary. 26.
Started the season 2-1.
Boy. I know it's been some happy. Let's happy times in Detroit right now because, well, and you should have been on this past Wednesday because you would have loved it when I said with a win this weekend, the Detroit Lions will win the NFC South.
Yeah.
And okay, there's James right here.
All it cost us was the Pistons, kind of the Red Wings and the Tigers, for the Lions to finally be good.
Yeah, I definitely got you. Hey, James, you want to take the reins, man?
Where did you guys leave off at?
We're in Sports Moron of the Week right now.
Has everybody already went?
Oh, I just went. It's on you.
No, Dom just went. That's it. He literally was the first one.
I was prepared to have a lot of sports morons, but I will say this. I am disgusted with the Eagles right now, so my sports moron was going to be Nick Sirianni because he said that on the last play of the game where Jalen Hurts threw an interception, they were trying to create a pass interference, so they would get like a 15-yard penalty on top of wherever AJ Brown was going to be at. when you're in a game and trying to win a game-winning drive, you need like 12 yards. First of all, why do you have to force the ball to Eagles? Second of all, who the hell draws up a play just to get a flag? Like, you don't do that. You draw up a play to get yards. You draw up a play to do something, not to like get a rep. So that's disgusting. Second of all, Jeff McClain wrote a stupid article about how the team is worried about his leadership and stuff because he's quiet and he's not vocal. Like, Jalen Hurts, despite the fact that he had a terrible game the other night, is the least of the problem of this team. We can all say that the Eagles would not even win 10 games, let alone still have a chance somehow to win the division if it wasn't for Jalen Hurts. If you're going to like say, oh, well, he doesn't say enough stuff when the team loses, so they're worried about his leadership. Like, it's the biggest joke that I've ever heard. So everything going in the Eagles right now is
No, I definitely understand the frustration, but they still do have a chance to win the division. They have the Giants on Christmas, which you will be attending that game. And then Dallas is at Miami, so the Eagles still got a shot. But with that being said, my sports moron.
I just thought of real quick. When was the last time, if ever, like literally since we've known each other, all 4 of our teams have winning records?
I know, right?
I don't have a clue.
I don't think it's ever happened.
Definitely not happened, and it's mostly my fault. But go ahead, Jay.
So my sports morons of the week is NBA G League player Chance Comanche. So he currently was charged with murder after admitting to strangling to death a 23-year-old woman. He did it to help an ex-girlfriend named Sakari Harnden. The reason was because the victim gossiped of a double homicide involving Harden's current boyfriend, who was jailed awaiting trial. Stated that Sakari had snitched on her boyfriend. This symptom epidemic is out of damn hand.
Yeah.
This is someone that you not even with, and you throwing your career and entire life away behind a woman you not even with. And I would even go as far as saying that, considering the parameters of this and how much he's going to lose, because it's not a matter of if, but when. And with the 3rd annual Gauntlet right around the corner, I'm throwing his name in a half of sports moron of the year. Off the rip. You simp, and you're going to be sent to prison for a very, very long time. At a minimum, you might get a life sentence. And I mean,
not a current girlfriend, an ex-girlfriend. Most of my exes, I wouldn't piss on them if they were on fire. I'm damn sure not killing someone for them.
Here's the thing. By his own admission, they went on a couple of dates. She said he'd do anything for me because he's in love with me. The point is, and I'm likely to believe her side, because you actually killed somebody for her.
This is just retarded, bro. Like,
why would you Riz, don't be hating on Tannehill. That's my starting quarterback week 1 next year. Him or Jimmy G.
Yeah. Anyhow, okay, there's JJ right there. Hey, you got a sports moron?
No.
Wait, I got something to say though. Grizz in the comments says Ryan Tannehill is a sports moron. Did you guys see in the Texans game between the Titans and the Texans when Will was hurt, Ryan Tannehill was seen on the sideline smiling and laughing? So what do you guys think about that?
Wow.
Yeah, you must have seen it. It was in the Texans game.
I mean, petty.
It was in overtime.
That's surprising, considering that there have been reports that he actually had leveraged more help towards Will Levis and helping him develop than Malik Willis. I mean, and I'm gonna have to go back and take a look at that. But because I definitely missed that part.
I remember seeing it.
Remember that season and a half when people thought Tannehill was good because Derrick Henry was in his prime, and then Ryan Tannehill and his agent orchestrated the greatest case of grand larceny in NFL contract history?
Yep. And then Jock came on here as a Titans fan and said, even at that time period, we know what Tannehill is.
Oh, I remember
Trash.
And he said that the Titans overpaid him.
Because he's trash.
And now they're stuck with him.
Because he's trash and nobody will trade for him and take a contract.
I mean, he is kind of trash, but by saying that, as far as like skill set, 1-loss record as an NFL starting quarterback, like not quite 2/3, less than that. Well, 3/5 is 60, right? 3/5 of the NFL starting quarterbacks are basically trash. I mean, they're not winners, they're not game breakers.
But it's hard to judge things in hindsight because when Tannehill got picked,
oh fuck no, we all knew it back then.
I think he had a career year in touchdowns to interceptions. I think his demise went down with the same guy now Philly. When he got traded, that's when things changed. And when he has never been the same since. And we see how elevated things have come having A.J. Brown with him, too. So I think there's a lot to say in terms of Tannehill losing him.
I don't disagree. It mostly has to do with putting 5 years of mileage on your running back in 2 years.
That was their formula to win.
The Browns and the Eagles is going to be known as one of the most retarded trades in history.
Fact.
And they got the general manager fired.
One of.
I
One more time?
AJ Brown was that good. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I said that the Titans trading A.J. Brown is going to be one of the most retarded trades in NFL history. That people
for sure.
about.
Yeah.
I was just saying, I didn't know AJ Brown was really that good.
Well, now we do.
See what happens when you put him with a real quarterback?
He was the target wide receiver I wanted.
Yeah.
What's our next topic? We got to move on.
Hey, James, you got the questions for the Step Into the Gauntlet?
We'll skip that for now. Let's just move on.
All right. Well,
Grinders.
we'll get on to our Gauntlet Grinders for NFL Week 15. I'll go ahead and... Actually, you know what? No, Dom, go ahead, man.
Sweet.
Who's your Gauntlet Grinder for Week 15?
No, you can't steal mine. NFC, Jared Goff. 24 of 34, 278 yards, 5. Count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
A handful!
5 touchdowns. A handful of touchdowns in a big bounce back win, which I called for. Oh, by the way, Jared Goff just threw another touchdown just now.
Yeah, a handful of touchdowns.
AFC got to be James Cook. He ran. Who'd they beat the piss out of? Oh, the Cowboys. Ran the piss out of the ball. 179 yards and a touchdown.
So happy during that game.
James, who you got, man?
I'll go for James Cook. The Bills absolutely ran the ball right down the Cowboys' throat. They couldn't stop it the whole game. It was amazing. NFC, I don't even know. I guess I'll give it to Christian McCaffrey. The guy's just been so good this season. People keep saying, like, he's going to win the MVP. I really think McCaffrey should be in the conversation with what he's doing. We're just such a good system, so I got to give it to McCaffrey.
Cool. That was good. JJ, who you got? Gauntlet Grinder for Week 15.
For NFC, I'm going to go Kyron Williams for the Rams. My man keeps doing the dang thing. He has shown he has that ability. Coming from where he came from, injury coming back, he looks really good. I think he's a huge reason why Stafford has this resurgence and has been able to knock Puka and Hoover. And the AFC, his numbers aren't going to show it, but Joe Flacco.
What? Big shot.
Let's go.
When you do 3 interceptions and still have a chance to win. Thanks to your helping your defense, of course. But you hitting Amari Cooper, you and him had a connection that led to you guys winning against the Chicago Bears. Still on my tail. Still on my tail. But you had that was a grind. That's grinding. That's grinding.
That's what the hell I'm talking about, baby. January Joe.
I was about to say January is only like less than a week and a half away.
Exactly.
But I'm gonna say this one time. I said it on the Tick Show, and I'm gonna say it again. Tyler, if you're in the comments, please get this to clip one more time. Ain't nobody scared. Ain't nobody thinking of y'all and saying, "Oh my God,
Better
we
be
can't
scared of
play."
that defense.
Whoa.
We're talking. Okay, let's talk about that number one defense. That number one defense that was down double digits in fourth quarter, 2 games in a row against the Ravens, and needed a Ravens messed up turnover to win the game. It's not as if the Ravens were being dominated. They were dominating.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Well, let's see what they do in the playoffs, because you don't know what will happen if y'all play
And
against
as I
them.
predicted, the AFC North is the best division in football.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If I was the Ravens, I would not want to see Cleveland in the playoffs. I'll play anybody else.
Right.
That
It's
team knows you and they know how to play against you.
Right. Absolutely. You know, the AFC North has been the toughest division all year, no question. I mean, they for damn sure ain't the NFC South. But with that being said, just to piggyback off of Joseph's Gauntlet Grinder, my AFC Grinder is tight end David Njoku. 10 receptions, 104, TD Jakes, 10.4 yards per catch, and a sick hurdle play down the
Do you
stretch.
really want to use?
That's that
Do you
one
really
game
want-
that Njoku has
do we really
every
wanna
6
say
weeks
TD
where you're like,
Jakes
man,
right
this
now?
guy's dope.
Do we really want to say TD Jakes name right now?
Oh,
there's some
you're
BS
referring
going
to
on
what
right
I'm
now.
what I was
Yes.
about to refer to? I don't believe
I
it.
think so.
TD ain't going out like that.
Yeah. Anyhow, it was great performance, and he was instrumental in the Browns' win over the Chicago Bears 2017, in which David Njoku was quoted as saying after the game, as far as David Mooney almost catching that Hail Mary, he said, "I almost shit my pants." But my NFC grinder is quarterback Baker Mayfield. You don't just become the first visiting quarterback to land on the field and throw a perfect game without getting Gauntlet Grinder. Not where I'm at. 22 of 28, 381, 13.6 yards per attempt, 4 touchdowns, 153.8 passer rating, a perfect passer rating. People had been asking, did Baker Mayfield deserve a shot at being a starter again? And that may be still subjective, but as of this second, I'm going to say yes.
You know what's
Because
crazy?
it's not like it's a bottom team that he beat. The Packers still have a shot at the postseason. And this is the team that overachieved because people thought they weren't going to be that much this year. The Packers still have a chance to still make the postseason, but also, now it helps a lot. It helps a lot that Baker Mayfield plays in the NFC South. But listen, take him how you get him.
about to say. Go look at his numbers. Put him on a first place team in any other division but that one. He's in the MVP talks.
Let Baker bake.
So, quick side note, and that's just kind of a little non-topic in terms of the TDJ. His PR team placed him at the party for Diddy. His PR team placed him there. So, but that's just a little side here and there. Back to Baker Mayfield. I've never had the same criticisms or anger or disdain for him as many people have. I've always felt like he's a decent quarterback that has good moments. And he's
Well,
shown
yeah,
it.
because you were laughing because your division rival took him first overall. Of course you're not going to complain.
No, I don't think he's a bad quarterback.
He's not
Yeah,
bad.
he's
He's not
average.
number one
I've
overall.
always thought he was average with above average moments.
How much better has Deshaun Watson been than Baker Mayfield was in Cleveland? That's the question, guys.
I mean, as of this second, Mayfield's
I mean,
clearly
such
been
a short
winning,
resume.
you know, but it's such a short. Yeah, like
Yeah,
you
but
said,
Deshaun Watson has been terrible.
They
Yeah.
talked about when they came back and beat the Ravens. That was what they highlighted the difference between why they gave him that money and let Baker walk, because Baker would not have been able to do that in that moment.
Yeah. And you know,
Well,
Baker
Deshaun hasn't
Mayfield.
even had an opportunity to do something in the big moment because he's
How
been so
funny
terrible.
that in like less than a year's time, the Texans went from how do we ever recover from the loss of Deshaun Watson to Deshaun who?
Exactly.
That's hilarious.
Love that for y'all.
Exactly. Well, our next topic, we're going to be debuting a brand new topic.
Yes,
Our guy
sir.
JJ. You know what? Because I got the notice in the group chat. It was James that texted it. But you want to shed some light on this, man? While I put this on the screen.
Well, we discussed this earlier, JJ and I did, and I said we need to add a sports gambling aspect to our show. JJ, you know, he loves parlays and everything, so
I hope he
we're
just
gonna
gets
give
all
JJ
the
the
points.
floor on this one. He's gonna tell you guys bets of the week, and gotta put some money in your pockets, a little bit of Christmas money for that Christmas parlay. JJ,
So
what makes you like this week?
what you're saying is we're rewarding the exploits of JJ, our current resident degenerate gambler, by giving him a whole segment.
Yes, we are. Of course,
Dude,
we are.
J&J Sports.
And matter of fact,
I
put
love it.
JJ on the screen solo.
Yep,
Take
that's
yes.
solo
all of
screen.
down.
That's
This is your
solo
time- this is your
screen.
time
You
to
got it,
feel
JJ.
it.
Solo screen.
This would be so much better if I didn't have an echo. But yes, it is a new segment. Happy to be on here. What I will say is I will give you one good bet for the weekend. That is Christian McCaffrey, fantasy score against the Ravens. If you look at the Ravens season, any running back that has averaged 15 carries or more has averaged over 4.5 yards a carry and has basically had a chance to score. The Ravens' run defense is not that great, and you're going against a team that literally runs the football down your throat. Christian McCaffrey is my bet of the week. In my debut, that's what I'm going with for you guys. But welcome back. Come back in now. I'm going to see if I can help y'all win something.
I love
No,
that.
I actually like that pick.
Yeah. I mean, he was on quarterback said he should win most valuable player. It's not a bad pick.
I'm convinced Christian McCaffrey is on some like 2035, something they'll test for in 2035, like
It's insane.
Timberwolf estrogen.
I don't know. I think he's just like his father, but way more talented.
Of course.
That's fair.
Because his father was a
That's
grinder
no
too.
slouch.
His father was slow, but his father made a living off of his hard work.
No, I said he was no slouch.
Oh yeah.
You know, Pops wore shoulder pads from like 10 seasons before because they were the lightest ones because he knew he was white and slow. True story.
Well, his son sure tells him white and slow. He's white, but he's not slow.
They all are athletes.
They were. Indeed.
I wish he was slow.
Well,
I wish he actually played like a white guy, but whatever.
you could like legit line them up in a slot, and me personally, I think if you put him in the slot, he put up Edelman numbers, but that's just me. You know,
I
he's got
think he could
talent.
play receiver if he wanted to.
Yeah, he could. He returns kicks at Stanford. Like he was that guy.
He could
He
play
was the
receiver.
Heisman
He got good enough hands.
Heisman finalist. Yeah,
Bro, if Kadarius
Now
Toney,
correct me if I'm wrong.
If Kadarius Toney and Jalen Rager can play wide receiver in the NFL, you can't tell me Christian McCaffrey.
Literally anyone can do it.
McCaffrey absolutely could.
You can't tell me that.
He absolutely could. The day that he gets too
We're not gonna
slow
let that go.
to be a running back, he could legit go to receiver and extend his years in the league.
So I'll tell you this much. I just put down like $15 on McCaffrey to win MVP on FanDuel.
You really don't win MVPs unless you're AP or GOAT number 20.
I'm about to make
He's got an
this
argument.
conversation real uncomfortable, but I'll say this. I was talking about like McCaffrey potentially being an MVP conversation. If McCaffrey was to win the league MVP and win the Super Bowl, whether it's this year or at some point in his career, he has a ring and a league MVP. He's 100% in the Hall of Fame. Christian McCaffrey, Hall of Fame. Will Jack
Probably.
You know what?
He doesn't have like a devastating, like career-shortening injury. He should be around long enough to rack up just the stats to get in.
That's not out of the realm of thought, James. Because if AD would have won the same thing back in 2012, I would have said the same about AD.
I think what helps Christian McCaffrey is that he did the same thing he's doing in San Fran back in Carolina. It was different.
He's just playing on a 1,000 times better team.
Because he's unlike in Carolina, he's not their only option. How many touches did he have that 1 year? Like over 500, right?
And he still couldn't stop him.
Injuries could.
He should be in the Hall of Fame just based on the fact that he had to deal with Cam Newton.
Facts.
Off the what?
Cam.
Because he had to deal with Cameron Jarrell.
Oh, that would have been a great sports moron. You hear what he said like a couple days ago?
Yeah, about all the quarterbacks. Yeah.
They're scared of me. Yes, they're very scared of your horrible mechanics.
I will
low
say,
completion percentage.
I am shocked we didn't take a look at that boy that running back from Pittsburgh and his comments that came out this week.
What do you say?
We're talking about Rashard Mendenhall.
About the blacks and the whites?
The black versus the white mold?
Yeah, Rashard Mendenhall with your 3.9 yards per carry.
Yeah, bro. Like, I don't even know what this dude's talking
He's
about.
not wrong in a
Basically,
way
you
about what
guys
he's
gotta-
saying,
to the
but he
viewers-
shouldn't be the one. You're not the guy to be saying it, Rashard Mendenhall.
But
Hold
you're
on.
not going to
Hold
sit
on.
here.
Hold on.
I have no issue
He said
going for my
that
people and stuff.
if you made a team full of black players, then they would beat the shit out of the team full of white players.
They
But
would.
he's talking about reporters that are not Caucasian, but yet we're okay with Jason Whitlock. It's not just Caucasian reporters. It's everybody.
Well, I just have an issue with it when you send a message that like white players can't play. Like, there's a lot of great
He's
players.
not
that
wrong,
play.
but he
It's not
would not.
about race.
He would not be on the roster of said all-black team.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure it's all not. Definitely not a running back.
He's far from being the one of the best running backs in
Well, he would be
Steelers.
third string.
There's a huge population in Pittsburgh that says he is the reason they don't have 7 rings.
That's true. That's
You know
awful.
what?
That's
And
true.
now-
100%.
You might agree. As far as still a running backs, I would take Willie Parker over
I
Mendenhall.
was gonna say, what about Fast Willie?
Yeah, I take Willie Parker.
Oh, all day.
I'll take Eagles legend Josh Adams over Mendenhall.
I would take James Conner for as much as he was banged up,
Yeah.
because he's still doing it on a when you can rush for that many yards and average that many per carry for a terrible team. You're good.
You're real good.
I mean, considering what he went through in his personal life, I don't think there's anything that can stop him.
Oh,
He
Connor.
takes everything. He embraces it.
Well, he deserves some of that for that haircut he was rocking a couple years ago.
James
Okay,
Conner
guys,
is-
we gotta bring it back in. This has been a fun conversation. We gotta go to our next topic that we have, and that is Steelers safety. Demonte Kazee was suspended for the rest of the season due to his big hit on Michael Pittman Jr. in the Indianapolis Colts game last week. A lot of people think it was overkill. What is your guys' thoughts on this situation?
I'll go real quick. I still haven't even seen the hit, but the fact that I haven't seen it to me means they went overboard. I mean, I'm sure all y'all saw it. How bad was it?
I
On
would
a scale of
Is it because Michael Pittman's
insignificant to
body
Von
bent a little bit?
Are we closer to insignificant or closer to Vontez Perfect?
No, it's not Vontez Perfect.
Not
but
perfect.
That's what I'm saying. Are we? So we're closer to insignificant.
The ball
Is it
spills
because
over
Michael's
his
hitting his
head,
body
and then the
dead?
guy just like comes and hits him in the face. Like you can't do that. The NFL is too serious about player safety, so it's going to be a flag. So for him to be suspended for the year might be a little bit of overkill, but you got to understand the direction that the NFL is going, and you have to
Flags?
you have to be aware of that, which he wasn't.
There was a play in the Cowboys-Bills game
Yep.
where Dak Prescott slid, and the Bills player slowed himself up and flew barely over Dak Prescott's body, and their face mask grazed, and they threw a flag.
Because it's Cowboys.
Just put the red jersey on the quarterbacks. Put 2 red flags tucked into their pants, and let's keep it moving because that's where we're headed.
I think, in all honesty, we need full autonomy so people can stop complaining about the hits and stuff like that. Because if we keep hearing about these guys' injuries after the season or during the season, it's a direct correlation to the game that they play. So it's like, I think if people knew what they were going through after it's in injuries and stuff, they might be a little less disappointed in these NFL referees.
But how do you even tackle someone anymore? Like the days of hitting someone and bringing them down are over.
Yeah,
The way I
You
feel,
literally have to walk up to them with your head pointing towards the sky, wrap them up, and set them down gently.
the way I see it, it's this box right here. It's the box in your sternum, your rib cage, and like from your torso down to your waist. That's the target.
Yeah, can't go high, can't go low.
Yep. I mean, the hit in general. Like I get the flag, I get a fine. The suspension for the rest of the season might be a stretch. I'm curious to know what his record. Because like I said, I was telling James, I remember when James Harrison, speaking of still hitters, I remember when James Harrison was getting flags, fined, and suspended seemingly every 2 weeks. You know, but that was him. Like he kind of had a record. I'm curious to know what Kazee is. As it stands, he actually still has a chance to appeal. His suspension is without pay. So, of course, I'm expecting him to appeal it. It's anybody's guess if he's going to win it. They'll probably take a look at his history.
He probably
Everything.
will.
And, I mean, anybody's guess if he can beat it or not. But he has a chance to appeal it. We'll see what happens. Because those guys get paid on a per game basis every time they're on the active roster. And losing that next year, he's going to lose a lot of money.
You said suspended without pay.
He's suspended without pay. Yeah.
Are all suspensions suspension without pay?
Subjective.
I don't think so.
Subjective. Sometimes it's with, but most of the time it's without.
Okay. Well, if nobody else has any more thoughts, then let's move on to the next topic. We got a huge game this week between 2 teams. A lot of people think it would be a preseason of the Super Bowl between the Ravens and the 49ers. Kyle Hamilton has been having a great season for the Ravens. He says that he feels totally disrespected by the amount of people that's not really giving the Ravens a real chance to win this game. JJ, what are your thoughts about that?
I mean, I agree with disrespect, but not in the sense that he's talking about. Because I personally think the spread was a little too overreacted. Because these games are always close.
Wait, what's the
Whenever
spread?
San Francisco plays, I think it's at 5.5 in favor of San Francisco.
Oh, that's BS.
I don't see this as a 6-point victory for either team. I just don't. With the Ravens and the 49ers, he's new to this stuff. We've been like this our entire career. Because if you hit him, so he feels disrespected. Lamar don't care. So it's like it's just he's new. He's still figuring it out. At the end of the day, just play because you just have to play. You lay it on the field. That's where you show how mad you're disrespected. That's where you show how mad you're disrespected. I don't know if we're going to talk about this now, but they're hyping this game up because of these comments, Marlon's comments now being put on the forefront. They're hyping this game up.
It's at the
It's
right?
San Francisco.
Carson. I was trying to come up with a good nickname for it, trying to incorporate denim.
It's not
But I
candlestick
couldn't get it.
anymore.
Huh?
It's not candlestick anymore.
I know it's not No, it's the Levi Strauss, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
40 miles from San Francisco. But I mean, the NFL routinely every single time, unless it's just somehow a dead even matchup, the home team always gets 3 points. So really, it's not a 5.5 point spread; it's a 2.5 point spread. But to me, from what I can tell, because KC has their flaws, Dallas, don't get me started. Philly's not looking so good lately. My team is my team. These are the only two really good teams in the NFL right now.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say like, big game feel. We're used to Micah Parsons doing it damn near every week. Especially right before he plays the Eagles. But yeah, there's going to be talk. That's just the nature of the game. It's a big game, and it's a potential Super Bowl preview.
Oh, it's a rematch of the Blackout Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So these two teams have got history. Even if Jim is not on the other side of John,
every time they face each other, they've been the top two teams in their division. Every single time. During hardball years where it's brother versus brother, when they face Lamar's MVP year, it's the same deal.
I mean, that's two of the most well-run franchises in football.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just will say, for my Ravens players, like, you got to bring it now. If you're feeling this way, you know they're going to come at you. Marlon, I'm going to be honest with you. Debo Samuel, I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's the way of saying he's going to get cooked.
It's his size. It's his size and his strength. Now, Marlon's strong, but I think Debo's stronger.
Hey, let me try it. Let me try it. James Bradbury, I don't know. But seriously, what I'm going to say is this. I don't think that the Ravens are being disrespected. I think this is totally ridiculous by Kyle Hamilton. The 49ers have been the best team in the NFL all season long. They've been the most dominant team. They've blown out almost every single team that they played against. And until otherwise, we have no reason to think that the Ravens are going to win this game. So, and they're at home. So, if the game was in Baltimore, I can understand being a little bit disrespected. But no, the 49ers are favorites. They deserve to be the favorites in this game. They're a better team. And the Ravens are going to have to really, if they want to make a statement, they're going to have to go on the road and beat this team. And then we'll have to say, the Ravens are seriously.
Lamar needs to approach this game as if it were.
That's what I think.
I mean, there's going to be games where you're the underdog, even in Vegas. It's just that simple. But the Ravens have been top 5, top 10 in the power rankings most of the season, if not all season. So I don't see any disrespect. It's just banter. It's just normal banter before. I don't know if he could have found a better way to say it or a different way to say it, because I don't think that they're disrespected. I think a great number of the league and fans have seen the Ravens as a top-tier threat for the better half of the second half of the season. So I don't think that there's any disrespect. Now if they were playing the Giants and they were underdogs and they were crashing the Ravens, disrespect absolutely. But you're playing the Niners.
Well, I will say this.
I
I
don't
really do
know.
hope the Ravens win again. But I just don't think it's going to happen.
I don't care who wins.
You should.
Why?
Because
As long as you have your
play.
chances for your seeding.
We're not getting the number 1 seed. We're probably not getting the number 2 seed.
If they lose this game and lose to the Rams, the number 1 seed is up for grabs. The Eagles can still get it. The Cowboys can still get it. The Lions can still get it.
Yeah.
What a time to be alive. 15 weeks into the season, and we're talking about the Lions being alive for the number 1 seed.
They are, though. But they need help.
We're not there yet.
So the Ravens could potentially help you. So I would be rooting for the Ravens on Christmas. I guess it's time for an off-cover, guys. We got a little bit of time left. What is the greatest Christmas gift you guys have ever received?
Dom?
Tie. When I was about...
A tie? Really? That's a lame-ass gift.
Well, let me explain, because they're both equally important. And
you meant like a tie, as in like one of these.
It's 2 things, and I couldn't pick one. Like, I didn't even know what the topic was, so I sat there and thought, and I'm like, I can't pick one.
One of these, jackass, a tie.
If you let me finish, I'll be brief. They're both equally important. When I was 12 years old, I got like a 60-some piece Craftsman wrench set with 3 different ratchets that I still have and still use to this day. When I was 23 years old, I got my girlfriend at the time's parents to purchase an album that I could not find in Florida and bring it down to me so I could open it on Christmas morning. Y'all ever been in Jay, you have, because you live in warm weather. But if you can only do it once in your life, make sure that you can be somewhere with sunshine and palm trees on Christmas. Really surreal. Walking out onto the porch in basketball shorts, flip-flops, and a beater on Christmas morning. Never forget that for the rest of my life. Speaking of which, the forecast for Detroit on Christmas, 55 and rainy. Yeah, fuck a white Christmas.
I think the
I'm
best
dreaming of an unseasonably warm and gray Christmas. Because people in Detroit can't drive for shit in the snow. They've been doing it all their lives, but they can't. At least not for the first month.
At least, but I will say though that ever since the Lions have been, I read this somewhere. Ever since the Lions have been winning, the crime rate decreased in Detroit.
Yeah, because there's no more
And
fan crime.
it's living proof that your city is a little safer to live in when your team is good.
Oh, wait. I know this is off the subject, but additional sports morons should be the wing stop that created the 3 bonus rings for the Pistons.
Wait. What happened? What happened?
So, if the Pistons win, Wingstop will give you 5 free bonus wings in Detroit. And they haven't been able to use the promo the whole season because they're on a 29-game losing streak.
That whole city going hungry, man. Man, why couldn't they just say okay, if Jahmyr Gibbs or Monty scores a touchdown, free 6-pack of beer, something. You know what I mean? You put that on the Pistons. Why you put that on the Pistons?
You get a free Philly cheesesteak with James Bradbury.
Ever.
I mean, we used to have stuff here where, if J.J. Watt gets a sack, you get a free taco. That's pretty much a near guarantee whether Texas won or lost. J.J. Watt was going to get a sack. You got to put it on something that has a light chance of winning.
Okay.
The Lions and getting food or drinks out of them is way more likely than the Pistons. And the Pistons
Arby's used to do the same thing with the Tigers, except it was If the Tigers have a player hit for the cycle and an inside the park home run, you get a free curly fry.
Oh wow.
So potentially the Pistons could go 2-80. But anyway, Jay or JJ, you guys have your favorite Christmas gift?
I think so. How old was I? I might have been 12 or 13. But I got an air hockey table.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
Yes.
Air hockey table because really one of my favorite things to do growing up was we would go and hit this spot here in Houston or just anywhere that had one. I play air hockey like me and my cousin or my friends or whoever. But yes, I love playing air hockey. I ain't played it in so long. But yeah, I was out there killing them in the air hockey, and so like my mom got me a table one year, and I've been having fun on it and stuff. So, and even had the thing where you put the fan on, and it blows the air, and then the hockey puck, makes it glide on the table and stuff, and had a counter and all that stuff, and it folded up and stuff like. It was pretty official for its time, So, see, I would say that air hockey table, and I had a lot of fun on it.
Air hockey, Jay.
You know what? Let me warm up about 2-3 games and then I'm pitching shutouts. JJ, what you got, man?
If you guys got air hockey, we got a foosball set. And I played that all the time. I used to be very good at foosball.
Ball behind my back.
We used to have the Boys and Girls Club and had tournaments. And you used to get one at home. Of course, it wasn't the big one that you had at the kids club, but it was big enough for my brother and I used to play all the time. That was probably my favorite.
I was gonna say, like, I was not sure if you just went onto a tangent. So you got a foosball table for Christmas.
That's a great gift.
James, what was yours?
It probably has to be like some video game console. Maybe like a PlayStation 2, Game Boy. Like anytime I got that, then that's all I would do for like the next few days. Especially like with a PS2 or a GameCube. If you don't have like a memory card, you just leave that shit on for like 3 and 4 or 5 days at a time because there was no other way to save the game unless you got a memory card. So get a PS2 for Christmas and just like let that shit on for a week.
Oh yeah, mine stayed on.
You could have asked for 2 memory cards, but that would have come at the expense of a game. I can't believe I didn't say Christmas of 1980.
I'm not to sound ungrateful.
I got the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Well, that's the dumbass person's fault for buying me a PS2 and not buying me a memory card. So I'll take no responsibility for that. That's your fault.
Could have been worse. They could have got you an Xbox.
Factual.
Yep. Because I remember when I was in Italy, my roommates got the first Gears of War when it first came out because my boy had a 360. Now, they beat the game the first day they got it. So if you're in that predicament, you kind of don't have to get a memory card if you play through it the whole. You can just afford to kind of get it later, But yeah, some games are that cold. If you ain't got shit else to do that day, you ain't got to work, you ain't got nothing going on. You sit on the system and just run through campaign.
Yeah, me and like 5 of my friends cooperatively beat Grand Theft Auto 3 in like 3 days.
You left the system on?
Yeah, someone was on the stick like 22 hours a day.
Oh, man.
Hashtag no life.
Yeah. Well,
awkward silence. I guess that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for tuning into the show tonight. We will be back next week. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. Hope everyone has good holidays and all the jazz. Anybody else want to say real quick?
Have a safe and happy New Year. Don't get arrested. Don't get dead. And fellas, right before you tap.
Ho, ho, ho.
JJ?
Oh, what's up? All right. What's the topic?
That's just closing thoughts for the year. We wishing everybody Merry Christmas.
You don't want to tell anybody Merry
Oh.
Christmas. I love
Happy
you. Thank you
holidays.
for watching.
Happy holidays to you guys. Merry Christmas. New Year's coming up on us. Hope you guys have a blessed one with your families.
All right, boys. See you.
Murder calls.
The only snow you see in Detroit is Wade bagged and sold on Christmas.
In the show.
Oh,
In the show on that
shit.
note.
Okay.
In the show on that note.
That's it right there.
All right, cut it right